like I'm never enough. I say I don't give up, so I keep down low. Slowly coming undone, yeah. I run in circles, get back.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brandon. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Brandon. And a throw right sideline is complete. Tennessee orchestrating things well. It's a first down here.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Touchdown, Detroit! Ben Sinnott, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. To the air, May. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a give, right side. Bonner. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. And they go play action with May. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
This now a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Brandon. He's got room at the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Harrison Jr. with career touchdown number 75. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll try the left side. Bonner. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. You talk about this Lions defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh. And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Finding space at the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. They'll run on first down. Bonner, and he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. To throw, it's May. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain. On 3rd down, Bonner. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy. Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set. Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions. Up the middle they go. Bonner, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh. And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hart. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Harrison. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Throwing here is May. Flushed out right. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. 21-0 our score after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll throw with May. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
He gets it to Thomas. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. May now off the bootleg. Sliding out of nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot length. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeaux. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Operating from the gun, Brandon. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. To try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll keep it on the ground. Bonner. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's May. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeaux. Able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. And now here's a carry heading left. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Lions just continue to roll. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
We're going to throw. May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
23 yards on the play. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Brandon. Oh, wide open receiver. It's Harrison. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Brandon. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
2nd and 10. Back to throw again. To the right side and caught by Simmons. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Bonner, the second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A gain of 1 yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
He'll get this to about the 38. Well, these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Brandon. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions extend their lead yet again. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, some strong running. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try the left side. McMahon. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Thomas has got it, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. They'll look to throw here. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape. I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more? Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?